Hello, gamers, and welcome back to the channel. It is AJ, your average gamer, here on YouTube, the average gamer 714 on Kick and Twitch, and just AJ Whiteteca over there on the TikTok. Listen, my last video actually did pretty well. Views are still going up. I greatly appreciate every single one of you that have stopped in on that video and took a look. There are two very interesting comments on that video that I would like to go over with you guys and have a small little discussion about in this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a peek at those comments. We're going to read them, and we will respond to them in this video, and then leave this video open as a form of discussion. Don't forget, if you like the comment or the content just like this here today, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We have a lot more NASCAR 25 content coming up, and if you wouldn't mind checking out either my Kick or my Twitch, we will be doing live NASCAR videos there when the game drops. I multi-stream to a bunch of different services, YouTube included. So if you don't want to check out Kick or Twitch, I will also be live on YouTube. So when that game drops, we're definitely gonna go through all the menus. We're gonna look at the custom paint booth. We're gonna see how custom setups work. We got a whole bunch of stuff planned for NASCAR 25, and then we're gonna live stream our career modes probably 1 or 2 days a week, and then we'll break it down into videos from there. So if you guys love the NASCAR 25 content, please subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Kick or Twitch, or even my TikTok if you want. My content will be pretty evenly spread across all platforms. Now, let's get right into it. We have two comments that were left on this video. Like I said, this video was outperformed my previous videos by like a lot. Just 3 days, there's over 430 views on it already, which I greatly appreciate. Comment number one, Kyler Bowling 4782 comments, kind of wonder how the rival system is going to work. And to be fair, I think that that's a really good question and a really good discussion to have. The rival system in this game hasn't really been touched on too much. It basically just stated that there will be a rival system. And, you know, there's a bunch of different rival systems that we've had in the past. You look at what we had in NASCAR Thunder 2003 was kind of not really there. The game kind of had it, but not really. Like, they basically just had if you were clean racing around other drivers, or if you made contact with other drivers, it would be a sliding scale 0 to 100, green or red. In NASCAR Thunder 2004, and basically all the way through NASCAR 9, if you're talking like the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox versions, you had like a share draft and intimidate feature that you could use to influence either ally or rival either way. And that worked out really well too. That was really fun. And then you also had on NASCAR 08 and 09 for the 360 and PlayStation 3 versions, you basically kind of had what it was like in NASCAR Thunder 03, where it was basically how you raced around the other drivers, and that would dictate how they would race you in like a, say, season mode or career mode. That's kind of how that was dictated. And then if you go up to NASCAR Heat 4 and 5, you basically had zero. It wasn't really even like 0 to 100. It was basically like different bars that you had either green or red, and that would dictate how much the driver would either race really well with you or race against you. Now, if we had, considering that this is a year one game, I'd be more than happy if it was similar to NASCAR Heat 4 and 5. I would understand if it was that way because of it being a year one game. I wouldn't have too much against it. But if you also had something similar to, 04, where you had either like a draft share feature, or once you start bunt drafting somebody like Heat 4 and 5, where they would then become your drafting partner, if that would help influence your rival system, I think that would be really neat. But yeah, I mean, there's so many different systems that we've had in the past. I mean, like I said, for iRacing, I would probably put my bet on something being similar to 4 and 5, just because Heat 4 was the last game that Monster Games worked on. So I would kind of lean more that way with it, which again, for a year one game, I wouldn't really complain. It sounds like they have a lot of depth in the career mode just based on the trailer and all the things that we picked out of that. It also seems like the car physics are pretty damn good. The sound effects are pretty on par with iRacing. We saw that in the Anthony Alfredo video. It looked like the second you put power down, that right rear really wants to try to kick out. So I mean, there's going to be a lot in this game, and so for the rival system, if it just kind of fell in between that NASCAR Heat 4 and 5 and something maybe similar to like NASCAR Thunder 03 and 04, I think I would be okay with it. Like I said, just for year one, we're going to have to see how that really works out. The second comment that we have to discuss here. By the way, let me know what you want to see out of the rival system. If you're someone who plays a lot of career mode, what do you want the rival system to look like? I'm very curious about that. And then the second comment here, we got Mr. Simons 4257. He says, I hope I'm wrong, but I have a feeling that says the 50-50 shot of flopping because when they only release digital and they do not make hard copies, that raises serious questions in my eyes. Like I said, I hope I am wrong. Yeah, so I'm very split decision on this one. If I'm being honest, I could go either way. Really, the simple fact is, yes, there's a lot of people that like to have physical copies. There are people that like to collect physical copies, even if they use the digital copy of the game. Having a physical copy is it used to be very fundamental in gaming. I mean, you always had that physical copy. Even in the early days of online content with, Steam and Xbox 360 towards the tail end of that, and then the Xbox One, even though you could buy digital versions of the game online on the Xbox store or Steam or the PlayStation store, you always had the ability to pick up a physical copy. And now we kind of don't really have that option anymore. It's more or less, hey, here's what we're getting. And there's two ways that I could really think about this. One, is it lazy? No, I wouldn't really say that it's lazy on their part. However, the amount of money that they probably already put into the marketing, the development, even though iRacing is a very big company because of the iRacing service, and they're backed by Dale Earnhardt Jr., I could see why some people would be annoyed that they don't have a physical copy. However, we're leaning more and more into a era of everything being digital, and the whole digital thing is a very slippery slope. I don't think we'll touch on that in this video. But what I can say is, with the Series S is outselling the Xbox Series X as far as I know. I think with the PlayStation 5, it's pretty split 50-50. The PlayStation 5 with the disc drive might be slightly outperforming. But then if you look on the PC side, I mean, people just don't build PCs with physical disc drives anymore. It used to still be a thing, maybe pre-2015-ish. But even after that, I mean, not a lot of games, at least on the PC side, sell with a physical copy anymore. Hardly ever. I know that you have other gaming series like Call of Duty, Battlefield. Those still have physical copies. They probably still will for a while. But the fact of the matter is that we are walking more and more into that digital age, and that's just a sign of the times. That's just how I think that's just how that's moving. You already see a lot of games on the PC side without physical copies anymore, just because a lot of people don't build PCs with disk drives. And the PC still does does still count for a good chunk of all players on any given game. It might not be a substantial chunk like 25 to 30%, but even if you're talking about 10 to 15% of your gamer base, when you're selling millions upon millions upon millions of copies, you're still looking at north of 1 million plus, maybe even upwards of 10 million of those are physical copies that you don't have to print, and you're making sole profit on that digital copy outside of what Steam or the Xbox store or the PlayStation store, whatever cut they get. So it's just one less step, honestly. And so you don't have to worry about the packaging. You don't have to worry about the physical disc. You don't have to worry about pushing it to carriers and stores to sell it for you. The digital copy, that just is what it is. That's just how gaming itself is going towards. And then the other comment that I made to this original comment was I understand their decision here, but I could tell within the first month if the game will physically be better. And what I mean by that is if the devs are actually listening to maybe complaints or uh, glitches that the game might have or problems in the code, and if they push patches fairly quickly, unlike other NASCAR gaming developers that we have seen in the past. I think that that's what's going to be the biggest driving factor, being able to tell if this NASCAR game is uh, going to be able to succeed, is if you see these devs really taking comments, personally, and going back into the game, fixing these issues and pushing out patches. I think that's the thing that you have to pay attention to more versus the game not having a physical copy, in my opinion. I think that's what I think that's kind of like what the I think that's how I could generalize if this game will be good or not. So yeah, my friends, let me know what you think about that comment as well. If the game has a 50-50 shot of being a flop based on being digital only. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe again if you are new to the channel. Right now, we're currently covering a lot of Call of Duty stuff. That's just what we're live streaming at the moment. We do have NASCAR coming out in about 2 weeks here, maybe 3 weeks. So once NASCAR 25 drops, we'll be covering NASCAR a whole lot more. We'll have a lot more NASCAR gaming content for you guys. You just let me know what you're feeling about NASCAR 25 up until this point. Are you guys excited? Have you guys already pre-ordered? Let me know down in the comments below. And one more time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can get more NASCAR news here. And we will catch you guys next time. Later.